Hey guys, Astinax here, and welcome back to a new video. Today, I'm kind of gonna jump into the middle of a big battle that has nothing to do with me, you know, just get in the crossfires between two random parties and risk getting shot, but you know what? Why not? I will get shot anyways. That is literally what happens every single time, and I just die. I'm fine. I've been playing a lot of Apex Legends. Before I jump into the video, I would just like to say a quick thank you for, you know, how all of you guys who've watched the video, my last video, because I was a little bit nervous about posting it after having disappeared for about a year and a half, but you guys have been so nice, so welcoming, and I'm so glad that some of you guys still remember me and still know that I exist and, you know, that I'm still here, and that, you know, some of you guys didn't assume that I died. It means a lot to me. Anyways, so instead of crapping all over Fortnite, which is what I feel every Apex Legend player kind of wants to do, I just want to compare them a little bit and draw up some comparison points and kind of take a look at what may make Apex a superior game to Fortnite. The first thing I think would be interesting to look at right now would be the, you know, two developers between those two games, because they have very different profiles, and I think that it actually goes to show in the final products that they've thrown out into the world, you know, aka Apex and Fortnite. So on the one hand, you have Fortnite, developed by Epic Games. Epic Games being the sole developer of Fortnite, by the way. And Epic Games is actually known for, that's how I came to know them first before Fortnite, Unreal Engine. The Unreal Engine is developed by them. It is their game engine. So whenever you see another game that's using Unreal Engine, it's their thing. They've developed that. So not only do they make video games, they also make softwares. So that's pretty cool. Good for them. They're also known for the Gears of War series, but they haven't really developed them just on their own. It was a joint venture with another developer. And they also are behind the Infinity Blade. I don't know if it's a series or just one game. It's an iOS game. Actually, I think I played it a little bit. It was at the top of the charts for quite a while when it came out. But again, this is also a game that's been developed with another studio. It wasn't just them. Also, a fun fact, in 2012, Tencent bought about 40% of shares into Epic Games because Epic Games wanted to develop their knowledge of games as a service. So basically, games as a service is a business model where you kind of keep getting money after the initial sale or download of your products. So it's mainly used to support free-to-play models, you know, like their whole V-Bucks crap. And Tencent has been doing that a lot, and it's actually pretty crazy. Tencent, which is Chinese, by the way, when you look at Chinese games or games developed by Chinese companies, everyone, when they get released in you know, the rest of the world, everyone's like, oh my god, this is pay to win, like what the fuck, this is so bad. But I'm just sitting here like, yo buddy, you gotta understand, in China, like, this is not even considered pay to win. Like, China is on a whole other fucking level of milking the money cow when it comes to games. Okay, a whole other level. Anyways, on the other hand, behind Apex Legends, you have a company called Respawn Entertainment, and they have been here since 2010, which is much younger than Epic Games, which was actually founded, I think, in the 90s or something like that. They, you know, Unreal Engine, Unreal Tournament, also them, by the way. Makes sense, Unreal Engine, Unreal Tournament, yeah, them. Anyways, so Respawn, you know, even though they're kind of like babies, the guys who founded Respawn, the people who are actually behind Respawn, are, maybe not industry veterans, but they do have a lot of experience. The two guys who actually founded Respawn are ex-employees of Activision, Infinity Ward, and not random employees. You have the ex-CEO of Infinity Ward, and the other guy from Respawn is the ex-co-CCO of Infinity Ward. So they, you know, got fired, and they were like, yo, let's fucking respawn. You know, let's start another company. And then a bunch of people from Infinity Ward saw that and was like, yeah, actually, we're gonna go work for them. So, that's how Respawn got started. And, you know, it's commonly known that a lot of the older Call of Duties are supposed to be the best Call of Duties. So, I think it's safe to assume that these guys know how to make a really good shooter. And that was proved when they released their first game, Titanfall, which was a shooter, which is a really good game. If you guys have never checked it out, check it out. It's a good game. It has been critically acclaimed, and a lot of people thought it was really good, including me. So you know, my opinion doesn't mean a lot, but just thought I'd throw that out there anyways. Basically, Respawn Entertainment, these guys know how to make a really damn good shooter game, and on the other hand, you have Epic Games, which, you know, makes games, softwares, yeah, iOS games. They make a bunch of different stuff, and they are older, so it's really different profiles, right? So obviously it's not surprising that a lot of people would think that Apex Legends is a superior game just because it's made by people who know how to make a really good shooter. And you know what? Obviously that's why the gameplay and stuff is quite polished in Apex Legends, and like, you know, it's made by a bunch of really experienced guys. Like, I wouldn't expect any less from them. And then another point of comparison that I think we can draw up is that they both target gamers of similar interests, right? Actually, fun fact today, I was typing in Apex Legends in the Google search bar, and the first link that came up was an ad for Fortnite. I am not even kidding. I don't know, try it out. I don't know if it will work for you, but that's literally what I got. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, so that probably means that the people who are searching for Apex Legends are also looking for Fortnite. So obviously, comparison here. But there is a major difference between Fortnite and Apex. Fortnite really pushes the, hey, let's cater to a younger population idea to the max. Like, there are a lot of kids between 8 and 12 playing Fortnite, and I do not see that population being on Apex Legends anytime soon. But what this does mean is that even though they are touching a larger population, by really kind of, you know, attacking this younger demographic to get them to play your game, the younger population usually has much more volatile tastes. Like, you grow out of stuff so much faster between 8 and 12 years old than when you're like 16, you know, and it's normal, people grow up. So, you know, there is a little bit of that risk of Fortnite being like, yo, it's kind of just a trend, and then all these kids are gonna grow up and they're gonna be like, oh wait, hold on, I don't want to play Fortnite anymore, like, I've grown out of it, my tastes have changed, I've grown up, thank you, next. Which Apex you probably won't see as much, you know, it's like Call of Duty, which doesn't cater to such a young audience compared to Fortnite, and you don't tend to really grow out of Call of Duty as much as, say, you would grow out of Minecraft. So something to keep in mind there. If Fortnite falls, it's not particularly because of Apex. It probably will be just because a bunch of kids, or the people who are playing it now, kind of grew out of it. Having said all that, it kind of sounds like I'm saying, like, yo, Apex is definitely the superior game. It's not what I'm saying at all. Because my third point in this video is that actually Fortnite is doing something that Apex is not even trying to do, but that is extremely successful in what it's doing. Fortnite is a cultural phenomenon. You don't have a lot of games that end up being such a cultural phenomenon. You see kids on the streets fucking pimped out to the max with Fortnite merch. Like, you don't see any other game like that. Like, the whole Marshmello concert that happened recently, and we haven't seen that from any other game that has been able to achieve such a wide acceptance in the mainstream culture, and that's been able to have such a big impact on mainstream culture, right? You know, you also have the full Fortnite dances thing that, like, took over the world by storm. Honestly, I still don't get it, but I might be a bit biased because Fortnite, I don't get it. It just completely goes over my head anyways. But yeah, so Fortnite really has gone past the influence of just a game. It's gone into society. Like, it has turned into a thing, and Apex probably is never going to turn into something like that. You know why? Because it's not trying to. It's just trying to be a damn good shooter battle royale game, and you know what? It is. The whole population of people who are playing Fortnite, because of the whole social aspect of it and the fact that it's a cultural phenomenon, they're probably never going to move on to Apex. Fact. Because Apex doesn't do that. So ultimately, you may think that Apex is the superior game, and maybe it is a superior game, but Fortnite has grown to become much more than just a game. So even if the devs of Fortnite now shit all over the future updates, it's still a cultural phenomenon. There is no denying that. And that's something that Apex cannot fight with, and nor is it trying to. So really good for them. Apex really, I'd say, is catering to a subset of Fortnite players. You know, the players who are really there to have a nice shooting experience, to play the game, get better, have some fun, and want a fast-paced action shooter battle royale game. All the other players of Fortnite who are there because, you know, the whole social aspect and, like, whole Fortnite culture and stuff, they're not gonna leave to go to Apex. That's not gonna happen, right? So before you go trashing one or the other, just keep in mind they're actually trying to do really different things, and that they can coexist. It's not because Apex is successful that Fortnite is gonna like go down the drains. If Fortnite goes down the drains, it's because of other reasons. It would have nothing to do with Apex taking over. So yeah, I don't really know what my conclusion for this video is. Don't fight, play the game, enjoy the games. That's pretty much my conclusion for this video. Let me know what you guys think on the whole Apex v Fortnite debate. Also, let me know what you guys think about flannel shirts, because I bought this about a few months ago, right? And my girlfriend, like, she saw it, she was like, oh my god, this is lesbian central. And I was like, how's that lesbian central? Like, if anything, it's lumberjack central. But like, are lumberjacks and lesbians the same community? Like, I don't... Anyways, let me know what you guys think on the whole, you know, flannels. Are they lesbian central or not? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!